So this is the image what all of you would have seen, 5 orbits of your business set up for growth during and post-pandemic era. Well, I'm the person who is responsible for the smile on these faces. To tell you a little bit about myself, this is what I look like. These are some of the brands which I've worked with in the past. For past couple of years, I have been building this platform called eGrowth. The intent is to work with small and growing businesses and help them look at how they can grow further. This has been the growth of eGrowth over the past 7 years. In 2019, I published the leverage model. Last year, when the pandemic started, we started CEO talks and we had 152 sessions in a row. And I also published a book called Golf Mastering Business Success. So now what will we cover today? First, we'll cover 2 choices that you have, how you run your business. 5 orbits of your business. This is the main topic of the day. 3 stages of business by design. 13 elements of business by design. eGrowth case study. And what next? The leverage model blueprint. I'll be talking a little bit about it also. You will also have an opportunity to participate in the leverage model blueprint if you choose so. So how do we do business? One possibility is business by chance. It starts with a beginning. This beginning can be either by inheritance, we get it from our forefathers, or by virtue of our experience. For example, I have been a business development person, so for me, the obvious choice was to get into a business development kind of a business. Or there can be a new trend. Last year, sanitizers and masks were the new trend, and many people got into this business. And the fourth and a very obvious reason is pink slip. You're working for an organization, and for some reason, the organization says that we can't have you with us anymore. They give you a pink slip, and the next day you become an entrepreneur. Next comes the stage of growth. You form a company, you get your first set of customers, and after that, you continue with sale, and sale. And then comes the concern, struggle, wherein receivables start mounting, manpower issues start becoming perennial, working capital becomes an issue, and margins keep on reducing. If you are somebody who is having a business of this kind, please write BBC in the chat box. BBC stands for Business by Chance and not British Broadcasting Corporation. So let us see how many of you consider that your business is BBC. Okay, Rehan Channa, Arun Arora. Fantastic. Okay, and there is another possibility how you can do your business. This is, and how does a business by chance look like? It's always bleeding, little or no growth, just surviving on a day-to-day basis. Driven by jugaad, operating in urgent space, few customers, few processes, and survival on day-to-day basis. The next possibility is business by design. This starts with design. That's the creation phase where the business is in the startup mode and it is driven by future. Next comes development phase. This is the maintenance or the growth phase. This is where the business is driven by present. And then comes the diversification phase. This is where you tend to monetize all what you've done. This is where the business becomes mature. You look at duplicating it or divesting it, taking your investments out. These kind of businesses are highly profitable. They see consistent growth and there are buffers for bad times. They operate in the leverage quadrant. I'll share a little bit more about leverage quadrant in some time. These businesses have multiple inputs, parallel processes, and profitable outcomes. So if you are somebody who's running a business by design, please write BBD in the chat box. Let me see how many of you are there in the BBD space. Fantastic. So we got quite a few. That's really good to hear. And do you want to know the 5 orbits of your business? If yes, please write yes in the chat box. So here we go. Let me share what does the business universe looks like. So the center of the business universe is your customer. And looking from the customer's perspective, the customer is dealing with your business. Customer is dealing with your suppliers. Then there are your partners. Then there are your consultants. And most important, there is your competition. This is what the business universe looks like.
Atul, we cannot hear you. Atul Puri, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you were on that customer slide. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this is what the business universe looks like. The center
Atul,
of our, yeah.
Atul,
Yeah.
when you say the business universe center is customer, उसके बाद आपका आवाज ही बंद हो गया था. Your screen was freeze.
Fine, got it. So
can you repeat, please?
Yeah. So the customer is dealing with our business, which is the company, our competitors, our suppliers, our partners, our consultants. So all this is the universe in which the business is operating. All right. Let's move to the next piece. Business and its evolution. When we start, we really don't know which way are we heading. So it's the unknown space. Then we build a business which is dependent on others. Okay. Next stage is the business is independent. Business can sustain on its own. Next stage is business is interdependent. There are other businesses which depend on this business. And the 5th orbit is freedom, wherein we're not depending on others. Others are not depending on us. There is complete freedom. Okay, it may be something which you not thought about, but look at how your business is. Is it dependent on others? Is it independent of others? Is it interdependent? Or do you have complete freedom? All right. We are looking at some more perspectives. Let us look at the team dynamics. At the foundation is when the business is in the formulation stage. We are putting our teams together. Then comes a stage where we are dependent. This is the time when our team starts working together, and this is also the time when there is a lot of storming happening. Storming in the sense there is a lot of confrontation happening, because the systems are not in place, systems are not working well, we don't know how to do things. All that stuff is happening. This is the second stage where we are dependent. Then comes independent. This is the stage where the business, the momentum starts to pick up. And this is the stage where the processes in the business, they start normalizing. Okay. So initially, we did not even know that we need some processes. That was just the beginning. Whichever way we are able to do business, we would do the business. Then we are trying to put things in place, and there's a lot of confrontation happening. And then comes a stage where the momentum is building, a lot of business is happening. And for it to continue happening, we need to standardize our processes. Standardize the way in which we deal with businesses or other customers. Then comes a stage where we are interdependent. This is the stage where there is a lot of stability. The processes are in place. Our manpower is stable. Our suppliers are consistent. Our partners are also consistent. This is the stage where the business starts performing. Okay. And then comes a stage of freedom. This is where we have mastered our business. Okay. We can look at various examples. Let us look at a business like, say, Apple. They have mastered their products. They've mastered their services. They really are not operating in a market where they're competing with somebody. They've got complete control. They are driving the market. The market is not driving them. Right? So now all of you, please put in the chat box, at which stage are you? Foundation, dependent, interdependent, or in the freedom stage? And while you respond, let us look at another aspect, which is looking outwards. The first one is foundation, which is pre-employment, sales, trading. So if you look at typical trading businesses, these would be simplest of all businesses. You buy something, you sell something for some profit, and this is how transactions are happening and your business is happening. And you're operating on that little margin that you're making in between. Next comes when you're dependent, you're an employee. Typical services businesses come in this space. If there are no takers of your service, you are out of business. So professional services, learning and development, all these fall in this space. And then come independent, where you are talking about value addition, project-based businesses or solutions. Sorry, I've spelled it wrong. So this is where you are bringing different components together and creating something which has a sum total more than what you put together. This could be a system integration business. This could be a plant erection or something of that kind. And then there are interdependent, wherein you are into products or creation. So typical manufacturing businesses or agriculture is in this space, wherein you're actually creating something new. And then at the top comes the freedom. This is where, the second piece is pre-employment, employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. Here I'm referring to the ESBI quadrant, which all of you would know, right? An employee is dependent on his employer. Self-employed is independent, but yet he's dependent on others. A business owner is interdependent. He's dependent on other businesses. And investor is somebody who's free. He is making his money work for him. An investor is operating from contribution. He's operating from intellectual property. Businesses like these can be of mentors or research and development. So this is how we are talking about businesses which can be plain vanilla sales, transactions, trading, right up to research and development, who are creating something new, who are maybe inventing something new. You might want to write in the chat box, where do you see your business? Now let us look at the business from the sales perspective. At the core is sales. Then comes referrals. So sales, there is a customer who walks in, you sell something to him, get some money, and the transaction is over. And then next level of maturity is where you ask your customers for more referrals, or your customers are so satisfied with your business or with your product or your offering that they are willing to put their name and refer somebody else to you. The third level of maturity is networking. This is where you are cultivating a network around your business. This could be a network of customers, suppliers, vendors, technology partners, all of them. They kind of have a belonging to your business. The fourth level of maturity is leverage, wherein you are leveraging various resources. It could be man, money, machine, method, material, anything, technology. All right. And the fifth orbit is contribution. These are businesses who have matured to the extent that they are contributing to other people's businesses. Please write in the chat box, what is the level of maturity of your business? Are you operating only at sales, or sales and referrals, or networking, or leverage, or are you experiencing contribution? All right. And wherever you are, you do have the next orbit to take your business to. Next comes hierarchy of sales. Many of you would have come across this earlier in my earlier talks.
Could you go to the last slide? I just missed it because my net got this. Yeah, thank you. 1 minute.
Sales, referrals, network, leverage, and contribute. We'll be covering this further here. Okay. So at the bottom is sales. Next level of maturity is referrals. Third level is networking. Fourth is leverage. And fifth is contribution. A sales is done by a salesman. And it is all about existence. It is all about survival. Referrals are again done by a hunter. He will not only sell, he will also ask for referrals. It is also coming from existence. It is coming from survival. Networking, you are playing like a farmer, nurturing your network, grooming your network, keeping your network alive. Here, the force which is binding it together is belonging. Leverage, you're acting like a weaver, which is keeping the entire fabric together. Here also we are talking about belonging. And the highest level in this hierarchy is contribution. This is where you are acting as a contributor. Your business is acting as a contributor. It's all about give back. Let us look at it in the next piece. So sales, very often the sales trainers would talk about SPIN, which is situation, problem, impact, need or payoff. Referrals is SWOT, sell what is available today. Networking is ask. First, creating an awareness about yourself. Depending on how successful are you in creating awareness about your business, you will have more sales in the market. And if you have more sale in the market, and if you are able to keep your customers together, keep your entire community together, then you are actually networking. Awareness, sales, and keeping them together. Then comes leverage. Leverage is golf. Have a game plan. Go after an opportunity. Have clear-cut products which are your lifeline. And definitely have a future where you want to go. And then comes contribution. Contribution is all about giving. It's about gratitude. It's about inspiring others. It is about value creation. It is about being empathetic with your customer. So let me hear from one or two of you. What did you get out of this? You can please unmute yourself and share.
Atul, Suhas here.
Hi, Suhas.
I think every business operates at parallelly in all these levels.
Okay.
Some might be operating more in terms of contribution. Some might be in sales. Some might be in networking. But every business has an element of this embedded in their ecosystem.
Fantastic, great. So what do you do, Suhas?
So I have a company which is into cybersecurity services.
Right.
So we are into cybersecurity solutions, and we do. I think I can relate to this from my point of view.
So if I may ask you, what percentage of your business comes from sales? What percentage comes from referrals? What percentage comes from networking? What percentage from leverage? And what percentage from contribution?
So I think right now the majority is coming from sales. A bit of it, I have not quantified in terms of percentage. The majority is coming from sales, some of it from referrals and networking, and a slight portion from leverage and contribution.
Right. So the point so thank you for answering this. Since a large majority is coming only from sales, that means one day you don't open the shutter of your shop or your business, next day you may not have sales. Your entire business will collapse. Right?
Doesn't seem so at this point of time.
Fair enough. All right. So this is just food for thought. Means if a large part of your business starts coming from leverage or from networking, then you would be on a solid footing. Then your sales engine has a breather. All right. See, wherever you are, there is always an opportunity to move to the next orbit. Yeah, Mr. Ravi Raman, you've raised your hand. Subodh, is this okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Atul.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I am basically a part of Network 21 Global.
Wow.
And I have read John Paul Getty.
Okay.
A multi-millionaire who was on deathbed. And he was asked by a reporter, what would you do if you were born again? And he said, I would rather use 1% of the effort of 1,000 people than 1,000% of my own effort. So awesome. I am actually leveraging, not that I'm not into sales, I'm not into networking. I have about 20% of my income from sales, 30% from networking, and a good 50% from leveraging.
Fantastic.
Say, when I have a team of 500 people working half an hour, I break the time barrier. My business runs for 250 hours a day.
Awesome.
Thank you, Atul.
Great. And thank you. So would somebody like to share a business which comes to your mind, which has a large chunk coming from contribution? Some wild examples.
Yeah, Atul, let me
please,
try this. And thanks a lot for this new thing. Till now, I knew only the first 4 orbits up to leverage, and now we have brought the contribution, and you have explained what
till last week even I did not know contribution.
Okay. Yeah. So it is really new, and it is out of box kind of thing and something new. But luckily I can relate with this. Actually, I'm already doing or trying to do something which relates to contribution, though I was not knowing that it is contribution. So that business is actually, I'm trying to create a crowd-sourced business. Basically, it is related to my main business, connecting the unconnected. That is my main business. And from that, we are trying to create a business for the rural women, actually. So, and it is not only about empowerment of women. It is not only just for social cause or just for giving. It is a business. I call it a social enterprise. So what we are trying to do is that we select one woman in a village, which is 10+2 kind of thing. And why women? Basically, we want a lady or someone there who will not leave the village. So if she has come after marriage there, she will not leave the village. If we select a boy there, after getting a good job, he will leave the village. If we select a girl after marriage, she will go to another village. So that is why we are zeroing in on the women, the Bahu kind of thing, daughter-in-law in that village. And we will train them, we will empower them. There are a lot of schemes of the government which will empower, and we will do some initial funding those who cannot contribute anything themselves. So we contribute on their behalf. We get loan for them, and then we empower them, and they become actually a business owner, not just an employee. We call them village level intrapreneur, not entrepreneur, intrapreneur. I have just basically coined this term by modifying the entrepreneurship, because for entrepreneurship, you need risk-taking capability and some seed capital, some money to invest and some intention to take risk. So both these things were not there in the category we wanted to use. So we removed that part, the risk-taking requirement and the initial capital requirement. And that is what we bring to the table. We give them some guarantee of some income in any case, and also the initial funding is organized by us. So this is a type of business which I can correlate to your contribution level. And in there also, we the founder or the promoters have the opportunity to make profit, but we have the opportunity, but that is not our ask or not our requirement, as long as our investment stays there. And whenever I want to get out of that, at least my investment I should get back without any dividend, without any increase. So that is the model I'm trying to create. It has already started showing up.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for sharing. When I was looking at contribution, I could think of two businesses. I mean, there are many, two. One of them is Shankar Netralaya. Okay. Shankar Netralaya, it changed the face of earth on how the eye treatment is done. I was reading a book wherein they were talking about the lens which goes into the eye, which used to come from the Western world, and it was exorbitantly priced. These people, they went back, they did reverse engineering, and today Shankar Netralaya, their sister concern, is the largest lens manufacturer in the globe. Okay. The other business, unlikely business which I can think of is Google. If we look at Google, their business model is of contribution. They have created, they've created a complete platform which is available practically for free. They've created tools which never ever existed. Maps did not exist. Android is not proprietary. Android is open source, available for anybody to manufacture their phones. So much and so forth. So we would think, general thinking would be that if I give away my IPR, I would be at loss. On the contrary, if I build my IPR and build an ecosystem around it of contribution, maybe the growth will far exceed any for-profit organization. So if you agree to this, please write in the chat box contribution. All right, let's move on. So 5 orbits of customer relationship. Remember, the first slide I shared was customer is the center of your universe. So it is important, how do we take customer relationships to the next level? So the first relationship that we have with the customer is that of a prospect. For many of us, 7 billion people on this planet are our prospects. And then they become customers when they buy for the first time. When they buy a few times, they become clients, and then advocates, and then partners. Okay, so this is how we're able to move our relationship with our customer from prospect to a partner. Let us look at it slightly deeper. So prospect, there is no relationship. And the manner in which prospect relates to the business is that of doubt. So prospect is in a state of question. He'll keep on questioning whether I will be serviced, whether you're reliable, will you give me after sales service, when will I get it, all that stuff, different kind of questions, doubts. Once the prospect's doubts are answered, that is when he becomes a customer and he is new. And he is willing to try out my product or my service. The client is still new, but he has a sense of belief in my product or service. An advocate is an old customer of ours. He or she trusts us. A partner is an old one and he has a strong bond with us, such that he is willing to put his name to give referrals to me. All right. Now you might want to look at how many of your customers are customers and how many have you been, or rather what percentage of your prospects are you able to take them to the level of a partner? All right. So do you want to explore your customers' universe? So far, we were talking about the universe of the business. So if you would like to explore your customers' universe, say yes. All right. So somebody did not even want to say yes. He just said yes. Okay, no problem. So 5 orbits are the customer's needs. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The first one is physiological. I think the spellings are not right. The second set of needs are safety needs. Then comes love and belonging. Then comes esteem. And the 5th orbit is self-actualization. All right. Let us look at it further. Customer. Then comes his family and friends. Then comes his professional circle. Then comes his community, which could be city, state, country, or maybe religious groups, whichever way. And then comes the universe. And do you want to enter your customer's universe? If yes, write yes in the chat box. So entering the customer's universe, your business, you empathize with your customer. You extend your customer's reach. You promise certain services to your customer. You add value to your customer. You nurture your customer. And then you deliver on your promise to your customer. Only then the customer gets connected to you. So you expand your customer if you want to enter into your customer's universe. E for empathize, X for extend, P for promise, A for add value, N for nurture, and D for deliver. If this is something which is interesting for you, write expand in the chat box. So it's time to make the great shift. When I'm saying the great shift, it is from speaking to listening, from expenditure to investment, and from my way or highway to customer's way. Remember, it's the customer who pays your bills. It's not the other way around. And how do you do this? Listen to your customer. Invest in your customer. Co-create with your customer. So if you want a sustainable business, if you want a business which is futuristic, if you want a business which will be there a couple of years, a couple of decades later, then it is time you start creating it with your customer. So I'll give you a case study. This is about eGrowth, the platform that I run. This is a sales and marketing ecosystem for entrepreneurs. So when I say listen to your customers, I traveled around 80,000 kilometers across the country to interact with the business owners. Just asking them, what can I do for you? How can I support you? What else? Invest in your customer. We've organized more than 600 events and workshops till date in the last 7 years. Co-create with the customers. We've got Inner Circle, which is managed by our members. We've got more than 500 blogs which are published on the portal, which are again contributed by our members. We've got more than 500 videos on our YouTube channel. This is where either our members have participated or they have shared their life or they've taught others. So this is how we have included our customer in our product, in our business. Think of it, how you can get your customer to partner with you, with your business. This is how we've grown over the years. The idea was conceived in 2014. Between 2015 and 17, we grew to around 8,000 business owners. We had quite a few events. In 2018, we were around 20,000. We had our portal by the name eGrowth.biz at that time. And then by 2021, we have around 40,000 business owners from Asia, Australia, North America. We have an Inner Circle which has around 55 plus members today from 4 countries. And by 2025, we would be 100,000 strong in 718 districts of India and definitely have presence in the 5 continents. This is how we've been growing, by including the customer into our business, by doing workshops, by having a website, by having road trips, by having a portal, Inner Circle, and mobile apps. This is some of the coverage that we've got in the media. These are some of the events that we organized. This was a road trip in Punjab. This was a road trip in Western India. This was a road trip for startups in Uttar Pradesh. We partnered with Startup India. This was a boot camp for the tribals in Jharkhand. These were various events for women entrepreneurs that we organized. These are some of the CEO talks that we organized last year at the Inner Circle. Industry Connect, We're connected to quite a few industry bodies with whom we've partnered, we've done events together, we've met up with them, or maybe had some talks. The big question, do you want to create a customer-centric business? If yes, write in the chat box, customer-centric business. Let us see how many of you want to have customer-centric business. Fantastic, 2. CCB, great, thank you. All right, let's move on. So for customer-centric business, there is one framework and 3 stages of the business by design. The 3 stages, as I shared earlier, are design, which is the creation phase, startup driven by future, develop, which is all about maintenance, which is about growth and is driven by present. Diversify, this is about monetizing your business. When the business becomes mature, you duplicate it or divest. Let us look at the operating stages. So design, you are going from a stage of inertia to motion. This is where your business goes through formation. There's a lot of confrontation during the design phase. Then comes development. This is where your business is in the state of momentum. There's a lot of action and performance. And then comes the diversification phase. This is where your business is in the state of dominance. This is when you are out in the market to acquire other businesses or sell your business at a high value. All right. So you can choose wherever you are and how do you want to move to the next piece. There are 13 elements to this. The first one is design. The second one is develop. And the third one is diversify. So design has 4 elements: game, opportunity, lifeline, and future. Development has 5 elements. The acronym is SCORE: sales, collaboration, organization, revenue, and excellence. Diversify has 4 elements to it: monetization, integration, both forward integration or backward integration, legacy, managing the legacy, and managing the knowledge management, your IPR, your processes, all the stuff, all your secret recipes. So these are the 13 elements which help you take your business to the next level. If there is something new which has opened up for you in this screen, in this slide, please write 13 elements or 13 in the chat box.
Are you sharing a screen?
Yeah, you're able to see it, no?
I can't see it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I am sharing the screen, yeah.
But we can see.
Let me log out and log in again.
Yeah, please. So the stage 1 is design. For this, the model is the leverage model. It starts with the future, which is the soul of your business. Lifeline, which is the product of your business. Opportunity, which is the market that you're addressing. Once you know where are you headed, what are you going to sell, where are you going to sell, then comes the game plan, the process. How are you going to do it? This is the design stage of your business. So business is a game played within a 6-inch arena, the space between your ears, and projected to the globe. So now the first, yeah, great. Thanks. The first stage is future. And future by definition is fantastic, unlimited, never ending. So future is fun. Lifeline is when your customer has a liking for your business or your product. The customer feels an intimacy with your business or product. There is a familiarity about your business. And there is enough excitement such that your customer puts his hand into his or her pocket and is willing to pay you money. Then what you get is a bestseller. So this is your product. Then comes opportunity, the marketplace. The opportunity is the journey from you to yes. I'm also publishing a book by this name, Opportunity, the Journey from You to Yes. So opportunity stands for owner, which is you. P is profit, P is perception, O is organization, R is resonance, T is the customer, U is usability, N is need, I is integrity, T is trust, and Y is yes. So this is how you would define your market, all right? And then comes game design. Game design has 4 elements. G for goal, A for arena. You define where are you going to play your game, in what geography, in what segments, at what price point. Measures, how are you going to measure your success? Energy is time, energy, and money which is required to play this game. All right. So let's play golf to have a highly leveraged business. Game, opportunity, lifeline, and future. Now let us look at the second step, which is called develop, which is the e-growth framework. Business stage, as I shared earlier, this is where the business is in a state of momentum. The 5 elements are score. S is sales. So funnel buildup and transactions. Collaboration is about relationship and engagement. Organization or opportunities are about structures and systems. Revenue is all about conversion. Excellence is about scale up. So this is the second stage of your business, where you are focusing on sales, collaboration, organization, revenue, and excellence. If there is something new which has opened up for you, please write SCORE in the chat box, S-C-O-R-E. Awesome. Thank you. So this is what the e-growth framework looks like. At the bottom comes collaboration. Collaboration is all about bringing business owners together. Next is excellence. Excellence is about taking your business to the next level. It has 4 pillars. The first one is learning. If you want to remain in business, you need to keep learning. You need to keep exploring new things. Second element is innovation. What worked yesterday is not going to work tomorrow. What works in North America will not work in India. What works in Europe does not work here. So you definitely have to innovate. Operations. The more efficient your operations are, better will be the results and better will be the throughput. N is networking. If you have a strong network around you, only then your business would grow. And then comes opportunities. The more opportunities you create, greater is the possibility of growth and profits. The third stage is diversification. This is the milk framework. This is where your business is in the stage of dominance. M is all about monetizing. Multiple revenue streams. You keep on looking at or creating more lines of revenue. I is integration. Integrate backwards or forward linkages so that you have better control over your business, better control over your supplies. Then comes legacy, which is all about succession planning. How are you going to hand over your business to the next generation? And then comes knowledge management. It is about managing your processes, your intellectual property, documenting everything, documenting all what you do. So it's time to make the great shift, speaking to listening. So listen to your customer, invest in your customer, and co-create with your customer. To sum up, there is only one reason for your business, and that is your customer. You've got two choices, BBC or BBD. Choice is yours. There are 5 orbits of your business. Wherever you are, you have an opportunity to move to the next orbit. 3 stages of business by design. Design, develop, and diversify. 13 elements of business by design. And as I shared with you, what next is the leverage model blueprint. So design brings workability and it also brings a state change in your business. Are you committed for a state change in your business? If yes, write state change in the chat box. Let us see how many of you are committed for a state change in your business. Awesome. Great. So the next couple of slides are only for those people who are committed for a state change in their business. All right. So here I'm introducing the leverage model blueprint. Outperform even through the pandemic. You get an opportunity to re-examine, retool, reboot, and restart your business. Okay. Just a moment. So the leverage model blueprint, it has 3 elements to it. the new world order, the leverage paradigm, and what's in it for me. In the new world order, we cover the changing world dynamics, 21st century business, futuristic business design principles. The leverage paradigm, it is all about the design perspective to business, inherent nature of business, some business fundamentals, the leverage model and introduction. And what's in it for me is the leverage model in depth. So future, product, market, and game plan. And on top of it, there will be some more bonus topics, which is an economics angle, the fourth industrial revolution, the India story, a microsurgery of your product offering, theory of constraints, and abundance mindset. So here is Mr. Mithilesh Jha, who had participated in our program. And what he had to say was, we clearly understand our strength areas, able to emphasize more on planning before execution to reduce mistakes. And we're able to systematize our process. When he participated, they had business only in India. And this is around 1.5 years back that he participated. Today, they've got offices in Singapore, China, and Africa, and Gandhidham as well. And we had Ms. Sharda and Ms. Krishna Merchant who also participated. They say that it's a step-by-step, systematic, and scientific approach. In the first 2 weeks itself, they closed an order. All right. And the next one is from Satyaji. Satyaji. I think Satyaji is on the phone. So Satyaji participated in our program, and what he says is that this program is different and more value for money. It is based on, Satyaji, are you able? No, he's still on the phone. Okay. And he says it's based on real life experience, and it is backed by empirical wisdom of legendary management gurus. So the leverage model blueprint, you get value of around 60,000 rupees. How do you benefit? Stop loss. You're able to identify gaps in your business. You're able to discover areas not working well in your business. You're able to identify failed systems or structures in your business. You also are able to see growth factors in your business, funnel design, funnel nurturing, market discovery. So new markets which you may not have looked at so far, systems and structures, team dynamics, customer engagement, influencer engagement, mentors. All this is what you get when you participate in the leverage model blueprint. We also have a number of mentors based on your industry or your requirement. We can always get you connected to them. This value is truly invaluable. All right. So with this, if we put a notional value of just 10,000 rupees to this, we're talking about a total value of 70,000 rupees. And this entire thing is available to you at only 7,000 rupees for today. So how many of you would be willing to participate in this program? This is happening this week. So here, 90% off. So you can go to businessbydesign.in/offer and you can go and make the payment. This is going to happen on the 21st, 22nd, and the 20th, 21st, and the 22nd of April next week. Thanks, Rehan. So the schedule is on the day 1, which is 20th April, Tuesday. We'll have a session between 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Day 2, which is 21st April, Wednesday, it will be 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And day 3, it will be 22nd April, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And there is a fast action bonus also. Instead of 7,000 rupees, it is at rupees 5,999 all inclusive. So now go ahead and pay. And the first 10 people who pay now, they also get a premium subscription to eGrowth, wherein you have access to 20,000 direct contacts on the eGrowth portal, 1,000 direct contacts on the eGrowth app. The subscription has a value of 3,000 plus GST. It is sold at this price. Thanks, Raviji. So Raviji, are you joining us? And you will also get a copy of Golf Mastering Business Success. I'll share the link with you. You can download it and see this. So this has the complete essence of the leverage model. There are 19 chapters, 10 chapters on the content, 4 chapters on the leverage model, and 3 case studies. And on top of it, you also have an opportunity to join the Inner Circle meeting once, which is an exclusive structure for B2B enterprises, hand-picked members, average experience of 26 years. We work on 5 elements, which is opportunities, second degree contacts, problem solving, knowledge sharing, and also connect with industry bodies, and also the influencer network. So this is all what you get. Okay, the new world order, the leverage paradigm, what's in it for me, bonus topics, access to the eGrowth platform, eGrowth app, Golf Mastering Business Success, and also one invite-only meeting to the eGrowth Inner Circle. This, in fact, we are having on the next Friday, which is 23rd. Okay, we'll send you an invite if you participate. Super value, rupees 5,999, all inclusive today. Gift, as I told you, this book, you can go to businessbydesign.in/ebook and download this book right away. This is the eGrowth app. Any questions that you have?
Mr. Puri, my dates.
Thank you. Yeah.
My dates clash with your program. Will you have the program in May or June as well?
Yes, we will have it in May and June as well.
If I subscribe today,
yes,
can I attend the May or June program as per my schedule?
Absolutely. So in fact, if you want to attend some part of the program this time and again later, we can do that as well.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Please put the
I'm just putting it there.
link in chat.
Yes. Anybody else? Any questions that you have? We have 10-15 minutes. So I've just shared the link in the chat box. So we're open for questions. Please ask any questions that you would have, some clarification or something new that opened up for you. And Mithlesh ji.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Atul.
Good afternoon, Atul ji.
Good afternoon, Mithlesh ji. So Mithlesh ji, you have participated in this program earlier. Would you like to share something of what you got out of it?
Yeah, in fact, I was the first student of the Blueprint print leverage model, and ऑलमोस्ट 8-9 साल मुझे नौकरी में हो चुके थे जब तक कि हमने इनको ज्वाइन किया था। तो कई चीज़ ऐसी है जो हमारी बिजनेस में क्लैरिटी नहीं थी टिल वी ज्वाइन दिस प्रोग्राम, एंड इनके प्रोग्राम से काफ़ी चीज़ों का प्रोडक्ट हमारे लिए कितनी ज़रूरी है या ऑपरेशन हमें किस तरीके से उसको देखना चाहिए और उसके बाद इम्प्लीमेंट क्या करनी चाहिए, ये सब की क्लैरिटी जो है अतुल जी के प्रोग्राम से आया है। स्पेशलिटी क्या है, अतुल जी का जो है ऑलरेडी 22-25 साल का इनका ट्रेड का एक्सपीरियंस है, बिजनेस में बड़े बड़े पोस्ट पे रहे हैं, तो बिजनेस को कैसे डील करना है, क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम है, इन्होंने पर्सनली एक्सपीरियंस किया हुआ है। प्लस ऑलमोस्ट 10-12 हज़ार बिजनेस ओनर्स के टच में है जिनके डिस्कशन में ये रहते हैं। तो इनके अनुभव का साथ में कोर्स के साथ जो फायदा हुआ ना वो ज़्यादा ज़रूरी था, प्लस क्लैरिटी आना। ऑल्दो अपने बिजनेस करने में हम बिजनेस में इतनी ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं कि हमें ये नहीं पता चलता कि हम गलती कहाँ कर रहे हैं और क्या हमने नहीं किया, क्या करना चाहिए। मुझे इनमें बहुत ज़्यादा फायदा हुआ और अभी तक मैं अतुल जी के एक एक चीज़ से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, इसीलिए बिकॉज अब इनका साथ ही हमारे लिए बहुत फायदेमंद होता है। तो जो भी आदमी बिजनेस शुरू करना चाहते हैं उनके लिए तो बहुत ज़रूरी है, और जिसने रिसेंटली कुछ साल पहले किया है तो जस्ट कि क्या गलती कर रहे हैं उसके लिए इनका प्रोग्राम देखना। ये पैसा बहुत कम है जो आप उसमें वैल्यू पाएंगे, आप इसको करके देखिए, कोई आदमी जो है ना परेशान नहीं होंगे। मैं सबको रेकमेंड करूंगा कि करना चाहिए। 6,000 रुपया में ये वैल्यू मिलना आसान नहीं है, और वैल्यू के साथ साथ इतने सारे बड़े इनका ग्रुप जो इतने 25-30 हज़ार लोगों का बिजनेसमैन का ग्रुप है वो बहुत बड़ा है। इट विल बेनिफिट अलाउ। हम बिजनेसमैन को नेटवर्क ही तो चाहिए, बिजनेसमैन ही तो चाहिए, वो यहाँ बहुत बड़े तादाद में लोगों का कनेक्शन मिलता है, ये एक बहुत बड़ी एडेड एडवांटेज है। तो थैंक यू अतुल जी का आपने मौका दिया मुझे एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए।
नवीन जी आप भी हैं यहाँ पर। नवीन, वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर?
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीबॉडी, आई एम नवीन कुमार। मैंने एक्चुअली मैं वैसे तो जॉब भी कर रहा था, तो मेरे को स्टार्ट किया मैंने अपना टेक्नोलॉजी का बिजनेस। तो जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया तो मैं बिल्कुल भी डायरेक्शन नहीं मिल रही थी कि मैं कैसे करूँ। तो बिकॉज तो मैंने स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली पूरा प्रोग्राम किया सर का, पहले ब्लूप्रिंट किया, देन पूरा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का प्रोग्राम किया, देन हमने अपने डीजी फ्लैश सॉल्यूशंस के नाम पे अपने कोर स्ट्रेंथ को लेकर अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया। और जिसमें कहते हैं ना लीवरेज, जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था तो मुझे पता है अतुल सर को मेरे साथ काम करने में बहुत दिक्कतें फेस हुई थी, बिकॉज आई वॉज क्वाइट न्यू। ना गवर्नमेंट जॉब में बंदा काम कर रहा हो और उसको एक एम्प्लॉय टू एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना हो, तो बहुत सी जगह हमने ठोक ठोक के सही किया कि यहाँ गलतियाँ कर रहे हो। इन्होंने मेरा माइक्रोनिच भी चेंज कराया, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक। तो तब जाके हम लोग मतलब अब जाके हमारा रिवेन्यू आना शुरू हो गया, और एक कोरोना वाले ब्लेसफुल रहा इस पीरियड में। थैंक यू अतुल सर, kind base.
Great, thank you.
Mr. Puri, when we click the link, it doesn't work.
I'll share the link with you on WhatsApp, sir.
Okay.
I'll share.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Hello.
All right. Ahuja Saab, GS Ahuja ji. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Puri.
Yes.
मैं दीपल बोल रही हूँ। मुझे
हाँ जी दीपल जी।
मुझे मिस्टर अमित नाहर जी ने रेफर किया था।
हाँ जी।
I really thank him for referring me for such a good session.
Thank you.
And और एक I was just about to click that link, but as वो आरके सर बोल रहे थे वो चल नहीं रहा है।
ठीक है, मैं आपको डायरेक्टली अभी पेटीएम का लिंक शेयर करता हूँ इस पे। I'll just share that.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So what were your takeaways from the conversation so far?
First, to understand those 5 options, जैसे sales, referrals, and all the 5 things, that was completely eye-opening because I've never thought on those lines. वैसे 5 categories में you distinguish and then काफी clarity मिल जाता है. So that was a very good takeaway for me. And it will just help me to organize और अच्छे से organize करने में काम आएगा and categorize करने से, ताकि मेरे को पता चले कि कौन सा area is working out more, तो मे भी शायद उस area में ज्यादा focus करने के लिए it will be really helpful.
Right. I've just shared another link here on the chat. You can please use that for making the payment.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody, Sachin Kamath, you also participated in the blueprint earlier, right?
I'm having a call. Just a second.
Okay. Yeah. Who else? Let us have some more conversation. Sood Sahab, I hope it was worthwhile for you to be on the call. Ashok ji, what did you get out of this conversation?
I think I feel that it was a wonderful thing to learn.
Thank you.
I'm in the business for some time, so I always take a refresher course.
Right.
I always accept the fact I made a mistake. I'll continue to make a mistake.
Right.
So I always try to, and there will be people who are smarter than me.
Right.
So I always try to talk with the people, and so curiosity. So that's why I listened to you today this morning, and I learned quite a lot, lots of things.
Great.
Some of the ideas I may think of it, and I'll definitely think of it. I put them together, put them in a practice. I like to keep touch with you. Maybe sometime one-on-one.
Definitely.
More thing how we can work together. How can help us out.
Sure.
Like that.
All right.
You got my email address. Yeah, you can send me email.
I'll send a mail to you. So are you considering to join the blueprint?
Not at this stage, but I may most likely.
Sure.
But no, not at this stage,
Definitely, yeah. Great. Yeah. Okay. Sachin ji, now you're free?
Now I'm
Thank you, Ashokji. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was very structured way of putting, and especially the jargons and all. Okay. The milk and the score and the golf, which is your favorite. So really, the challenge is 21st and 22nd. I am already in a program. I have my program.
Right.
I would be in that. Only 20th I am available. So that's what I was wondering, how it can be managed, because your timing and my timing is clashing. It's in the morning from 9 to 1 is my timing, and yours
Okay.
is 12.
Yeah. But you already participated in the blueprint earlier. So
Yeah.
what were your takeaways? What have you taken back into your business?
See, basically the funnel which was there, understanding the gap between the funnel, that was what I was looking at, what needs to be done. And especially with this pandemic, with the lockdown situation in Mumbai, things are getting worse. So trying to understand what really can be done. It's more of a, like previously when it happened, it was more of a mindset where we are telling people that, okay, now be positive, things will become little normal and all. But current situation is little worse. So people are really uh, in a very confused state, especially in Mumbai.
Absolutely.
That's the reason why we are looking at, okay, how it can be implemented, which are the businesses that really can be worked upon, considering this kind of situation in future too. So I was like trying to explore that.
Absolutely. I think it is time that we started building contribution as an integral part of our business.
Yeah.
Because now humankind really needs that we contribute to others.
Correct.
There are many people who may be willing to and yet may not be able to do much.
Correct.
And they need our support.
Yeah.
So this is the time that we started looking at that.
Small business owners, they, when we talk about contribution and all, today it's their question of their survival. Okay, so what happens is, from the concept point of view, we are able to communicate this, but the buying which is there, so spin bhi kaam nahi karta yahan par. So that is the reality. So trying to figure out what exactly can be done, especially from the expertise that we have, that is what is my concern. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Sure. All right. Hanji Satya ji.
Thank you, Atul ji. It was great learning, and especially the contribution. And it is, as per my reading, it is also known in a different way also, and that is what is called impact actually. And like CSR was one part of that, which is a given thing. Then I brought these concepts of social business or social enterprise. Now the latest of a similar thing is called impact. So whatever you do, it should have an impact not only on the balance sheet, but impact on the society also. So they can all, not only shareholders, but all the stakeholders or overall welfare of the society. And that is what I have taken from this discussion. And I think everyone actually is moving in that direction. Everyone, knowingly or unknowingly. I was, as I mentioned earlier also, I was actually moving in that direction, moving like thinking or having my vision of that direction. But now the time has come to make it happen. The execution part, means सोचते हैं, करना चाहते हैं, पढ़ा भी है, सुना भी है, but किया या नहीं. So I'm now getting motivated to go to that level, means making it happen.
Awesome. And what were your takeaways from your participation in the leverage model?
Oh yeah, that was great, because there also we were working up to networking level, as is the third layer or third. So, but leverage taught us that you make full use of whatever you have. If you have a network, make use of that network. Go beyond networking, go beyond referrals. And I also learned, according to me, make use of the existing infrastructure. Means जो आपके पास है already, उसका use करो to grow further without just asking basically. तो मुझे काफी फायदा हुआ है और कई चीजों में मैंने उसको अप्लाई करके I have increased my utilization of my existing resources, existing connects, existing capital, everything. उसी को how you play and make use of that to create value, or what they call these days wealth creation, and also to get the satisfaction kind of thing, to live your passion. And अभी contribution में वही सारी चीजें मुझे समझ आई हैं, but उससे पहले था कि how to be more efficient, how to put everything to use to benefit so that you can reach next level. So that I more or less achieved actually, but that is where I'll have to work on the top level, the contribution level.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Randhirji, would you like to share something? Not able to hear you. Not able to hear you, Randhirji. No, there's something. I don't know why. Okay, Randhirji, will be in touch one-on-one. I don't think we're able to hear you. So see you people on the 20th in the next blueprint. Okay, bye. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.